Hey, what's up, guys? And today is Monday and the beginning of the week. And let me introduce myself. My name is Tony Baker, and this is Indubitably Awaken. So, it's been a long weekend, and it was a very out last Saturday at Overcomers meeting. Um, and I got to say, I am so grateful to have the attraction to lead into New Hope's fellowship. And the meeting was fire. And if you guys like missed out on it, it's online. You can either go to New Hope Church on YouTube or Facebook. And tonight is a very special night on Indubitably Awaken. And so anyway, me walk out the ranch. um, a few months ago, or a couple months ago, I know is that is still that recovery is very possible for anyone who wants it. And I've been on a mission to seek out uh, um, individual operation. Now, it's very hard for an individual to speak up for their own, and sometimes they feel obligated to be forced into recovery. It's either like court, probation, anything that we all can think of. What we've been forced feed a horse to drink, and that's and so that's why we you know carry the message. And us recovering alcoholics and addicts, that's what we do in recovery. And so back in January, I've done letters from addiction and all that. And so I'm mastering, the latest episodes like a month ago onto my channel on YouTube. And so anyway, just to get everyone like in the loop where everyone is needing to know what it means. So, indubitably awaken. And the word indubitably means without a doubt. And it's another word for absolutely. Now, awaken, we have to be spiritually awakened around our surroundings, and not just the physical realm, but the spiritual realm. The spiritual realm, that's where everything takes place more behind the scenes, what the physical eyes can't see. And that's why I chose, the broadcast name, Indubitably Awaken. Pretty cool, huh? So, anyway, I am so blessed that I have a strong foundation. I'm truly in love with myself. I admire myself, not to sound conceited or nothing. For the longest time, I've always hated myself. And then I started to say that I love someone, although I didn't really mean it in my past. When in my active addiction, this is my experience, strength, and hope. And drug of choice is methamphetamine. and methamphetamine took me to a place in my life that I've never thought I will experience. And it was like the scariest moments that I've experienced. I've been put a gun to my head multiple times. I've been accused for stealing people's belongings. That was not the case, and it's just like a lot of animosity and active addiction. And that's what the disease is: cunning, and it's baffle, and and it's want to take me out. And I was playing on the devil's playground, right? So playing on the devil's playground, I became my own devil devil's and so when I was experiencing all the drugs except for heroin. I never done heroin. Um Although I did synthetic heroin, which is Suboxone. Uh, you and but I liked it after my pill addiction, and from there, it led to the harder drug, and that's the methamphetamine, and it happened 5, 6 years ago, and I lost everything. I lost a good job. I lost my apartment. I lost my car. I lost my license. I lost everything. I've sold all my, music equipment. I sold everything just to get my next fix. And I didn't care who I may have hurt in the past because I was so selfish that I just was in illusion. And when we're in active addiction, we're stuck in illusion, thinking that we're on top of the world, but truly we're not. And getting us to think the way our stinking thinking works in our brains. And so anyway, the disease of addiction wrote a letter. And so I'm going to be doing a series of the letters from addiction. And so I hope you enjoy what I got to read, because what I, came across from this letter, I want you guys to send a comment and let me know what you think about what this letter from Arden has said. It says, "Hello, fellow X. I am your disease. I will never let you sleep or put your mind at ease. I will always be here no matter where you go. I am smarter than you, and I am in control. Family, friends, and loved ones, they won't matter anymore. I'll take everything you got and still what something more. I was there for you in the good times, but mostly in the bad. I have made you feel so happy, but in the end, you was always sad. You will lie to everyone and say that I ain't real, but if that's the case, why can't you put down that pill? I will turn, hold on. I will come in many forms in shapes and sizes. Then following comes denial, deceit, and lie. I learn from everyone that tries to take you from me. Together we will spend all in eternity. I will embrace you in my arms and I'll never set you free. Spend our life together. Won't that make you happy? Don't let those people tell you what I am all about, because then you will find a way to kick me out. Well, here I go now. I'll just be on my way, but now for too much longer because I still have much to say. So when you think I'm gone and you can finally be at ease, just remember this: I will always be your disease. Mm. Um, Actually, what the disease of addiction said, that family, friends, and love matter more. I will take everything you got and still, it's still want something more. One is too many, and 1,000 is never enough. You've been hearing that in the rooms, and that's one of the most famous quotes in recovery, because that quote is for all the quotes that we've seen here that program ourselves just so we can see these together. Better is together. And so anyway, and when I was reading this, when it says family, friends, and loved ones that won't matter anymore, I'll take everything you got and still want something more. When I was in active addiction, that's exactly what I was wanting. I was wanting more because I thought, one line of meth wasn't good enough. Like I just needed more and more. And I keep on chasing it. And truly is more addicted to the chaos. And there's a lot of individuals in recovery, right? Um, just seems not to let the chaos go in their lives. Um, those are behaviors that we all have to work on ourselves to God, right? And we all are a work in progress, and God is revealing us that we have to let those old behaviors go. And also in recovery, there is a lot of predator behaviors, and and that will be another conversation I'll get down later on. Although I did, said in the past of Indubian about exposing um, predator behaviors. And then, um, so whatever it takes, if we truly want this and truly desire to have these promises to come true, as alcoholics and addicts have to do the footwork. And the footwork means get a sponsor, Okay. And then the sponsor will guide us to do the step work has, you know, changed my life today. And I have a amazing relationship with my sponsor. And to where, you know, grow, it's going to continuing to grow strong. And then I've have, you know, a spiritual mentor, you know, to guide me in my spiritual journey, and that has, you know, discipled me. And you know, knowing that what I've been, you know, doing for recovery, for individuals to get them out of their comfort zones, and God is working through me, and that inspires me. When personal relationships in the rooms are so important, to know that we have each other's back no matter what the situation is, what struggles that we're going through. It don't matter confusion that we may be concerned of. We have each other. Better is together. And also, you've probably seen this in the rooms before. You know, it's this right here is there is a solution, right? Yeah, you've guys in the rooms have seen this, and this helped me throughout, you know, my step work. And um and you know, it's either deal, or what's that phrase, rather live in the problem or live in the solution. And before I lived in the solution, I was living the problem. I was kicking and I was screaming. I didn't want to, you know, take, you know, I took a lot of things for granted, and I've hurt to get help. And it took me a long time for me just to come out and say, I have hit my rock bottom. What's that rock bottom feel like? Well, that rock bottom for me feels like a bottomless pit. And that bottomless pit is ongoing, expecting different results. And that pattern repeating itself. And I try to figure out it's why the same things happen to me in a different stages of my life. And I wasn't honest with myself that I needed help. I was in denial. And then I had to came to the conclusion that I need to open my mind more what God is trying to say to me. And and so and then I had to be willing to do the footwork. And it doesn't happen overnight. I was watering my seed, what someone has planted, and I watered my seed and speaking life into myself. And so anyway, it says like on the back of the card, right? If you guys don't have this card, there, if you go to um, Alkawades, on East 3rd Street. They do carry them there. I'm going to try to get more of these to pass out the next time you guys do see me. Oh, and, so I highly recommend you guys get your hands on these cards. And also, you guys need to get either, Alcoholics Anonymous, okay? Because, this book, we all can relate to it. And if you say that you can't relate to it, that means you're still in denial. And that, until you realize that the things that you're doing, thinking you're doing things right, and truly the reality is this show also, very controversial. And I'm not, saying to hurt anyone's feelings, because our feelings are so validated today, and that's okay. And so I'm not, lecturing to a meeting or anything like that. All I'm doing is to show that the program works if you work it. Because if you don't work it, it truly sucks. Because when I didn't work it, I went back out. And, I don't want you guys to go back out. And I've been praying towards the ends of Indubitably Awaken for, suffering addicts and alcoholics to reach out for help. And most of them are crying out for help and no one's not even realizing it. And they truly don't have a voice to speak up against this disease of addiction. And also, I'm going to read something out of the big book. It's the step 3 prayer. God, I offer myself to thee to build with me, to do with me as thou wilt. Relieve me of the bondage of self, that I may do better thy will. Take away difficulties, that victory over them may bear witness to those I help of thy power, thy love, and thy way of life. May I do thy will always. And that is out of the page 63, Alcoholics Anonymous, and also, I've been reading scriptures out of the Basic Instructions for Leaving Earth, Bible, Bible. And so that tonight is the first night on my channel on YouTube, and I'm so excited for reaching out to the ones that are still suffering out there, because I know there's people that are still suffering, and some individuals that are suffering in recovery or going through, and word of mouth, everything's going to be okay. Whatever what you're going through, no matter what the case may be, that you're thinking that you might be going to jail, or you think that recovery is not for you, or you're going through it and your disease is trying to get you out of recovery, and take you back out, trying to put you 6 feet under. Listen, don't listen to the stinking thinking. We are all addicts and alcoholics. We always overthink things unrationally, and then we make impulse decisions, and that's the disease of addiction. It wants us to to be powerless, and we are powerless over this disease. If we don't treat this disease, our disease is untreated. It's like a cancer patient, not treating the cancer, and that cancer will soon spread and it will kill instantly if we don't take care of the problem. And the solution, there's always a solution before the problem. That's why we have to work together as a unity. And everything that we are going through, life isn't easy. Although life is a precious gift from God. If you don't believe a God, that's okay. You can make anything into your higher power. Just believe what you want to believe. And it soon will take time. It will not happen overnight. Believe there's another higher power greater than the higher power that you're serving. Does that make sense? I truly hope it does. So anyway, that is what I do. I, speak for others that can't speak for themselves. And I know it's hard. It really is. Although it's simple. Why is it? The simple part is we have to be spiritually fit. Okay. Now our spirit is more awakened. Okay, until we are now come out of that sleep. Just like, like this letter says right here, it says, it's actually it says, I would never let you sleep or put your mind at ease. So knowing that we're sober-minded, we have to renew our, and we have to be awakened, just for the simple fact that our spirit is awakened, it's alive. And that will, that, and then, I'm running out of time here, but I'll speak more about it later on the show of Indubitably Awakened. And just so you all know, I'm very proud of you. So proud of you guys. You're doing the dang thing. And, you guys inspire me so much. And I inspire them. And you see how that all equals to unity. And unity means one. And so I'm running out of time. I am running out of time. I wish I had more time to speak this. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you so much for, Awaken. I do admire your ways, oh God. God, I just pray that each and one of whoever's going through it, Lord, I just pray that they will speak and expose this disease into the light. Lord, I just pray that whoever is still inactive to bring them into recovery so they can be able to recover, Lord, I just pray that people are willingly wanting this instead of needing this and wanting in their lives to them by taking it one day at a time and one moment at a time through you, Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior. Amen. Guys, thank you so much for watching Indubitably Awaken, and I'll be here tomorrow. And so yeah, and one more thing before I let you go. Keep your eyes on the prize and your feet on the ground. Let that soak in. Eyes on the prize and feet on the ground, because the best is yet to come. I love you guys.